Today we discuss about one of the important environmental valuation method, revealed preference. The revealed preference method involves determining the value that consumer hold for an environmental good by observing their purchase of goods in the market that directly or indirectly related to environmental quality. Revealed preference method involves determining the value the consumer hold for an environmental good. It related to its environmental quality also. For example, the purchase of air freshener, noise reducing materials, and water purification system. These are the three examples we have considered here. As a purchase of air freshener to purify air, that is environmental good. Air is an environmental good. To improve the quality of that particular environmental good, that is air here, we purchase the air freshener. We have some cost to purchase the air freshener. We purchase air freshener to reduce the air pollution in the environment. The second example is noise reducing material. Noise reducing material also is an environmental to improve the environmental quality, to reduce the environmental pollution. Then the water purification system, it is also help to reduce the water pollution in the environment. It will also to improve the environmental quality. It revealed the minimum amount individual would be willing to pay for improve their environmental quality. Here, the improvement of air, water quality, and the reducing the noise pollution, noise discomforts. This the individual are ready to or individual are willing to pay for the improvement of this environmental quality. That revealed preferences method is also called the household production approach. It is also known as the household production approach. Economists can also use the revealed preferences to determine the value of the clean air and clean water. And economists use this method, the revealed preference method, to determine the value of the clean air and clean water. Revealed preference method have been commonly used by researchers since the late 20th century to determine the value society hold for clean air and clean water. For example, housing prices declined in the town of New Bedford, Massachusetts in the early 1980s, following severe contamination of the nearby harbor. Using the hedonic approach, economists found that homes closest to the contamination experienced is one of the contaminated river nearby harbor is contaminated. Using the hedonic approach, economists found that homes closest to the contaminated harbor experienced a $9,000 reduction in value, with the overall loss to New Bedford homeowners estimated at about $36 million. The nearby homeowners have loss of $36 million due to the contamination of that harbor, New Bedford, nearby the town, New Bedford, Massachusetts. The housing price declined. The decline of housing price is due to the contamination of harbor. The nearby homeowners have the loss of $36 million. This type of analysis provides only a minimum value of the loss experienced as a result of the pollution of the harbor. Okay, it provides only a minimum value of the loss experienced by the house owners as a result of the pollution of the harbor. In this case, the cost was paid by the home owners or the house owners. The cost is the pollution. Okay, pollution is the cost. Water pollution is the cost. Contamination of harbor, that is the water pollution is the cost. In this case, the reduction in housing value. The contamination of harbor is indirectly affect the house owners of that particular area. In this case, the reduction in housing value is only one measure of loss. We have to measure the loss of that people or that local people. We have to measure the loss through the reduction in housing value. We measure the housing value. Already the housing value is high in that particular area. It will decline after the contamination of that harbor. Reduction in the housing value. That reduction is the one of the measure of loss. It could be combined with others such as the cost of increased medical care over a resident's lifetime. It combined with some other cost also. The direct cost is the value of a home or value of the housing plots are declined. The indirect costs are increasing the cost of medical care, which may or may not be directly attributed to the pollution of harbor. Either it may be through the pollution of harbor or otherwise. However, such measures are more difficult to obtain. We have to obtain the exact reason for the medical care. We have not identified the exact reason. Sometimes it may be through the pollution of harbor, otherwise it may be through some other disease. Reveal preference method can be valuable in determining an appropriate fine for the firms responsible for pollution. Reveal preference method can be valuable for what? In determining an appropriate fine. An appropriate fine charged for the firm responsible for that action, responsible for that pollution, responsible for that contamination. More generally, the results also highlight the value that individual place on clean water. That is the importance of clean water, or that is the value of clean water. The people should identify the importance of environmental quality. Okay, okay, thank you.